Hello. My name is Adnan Basrai.
And I'm Alex Rogers.
So we see a great wealth of information online about workout plans, diet plans, sleep and scheduling. We're not going to reinvent the wheel. What we're going to do is we're going to take these fundamentals and apply them to situations in your life where your plan doesn't go exactly according to plan. More often than not, life gets in the way. You have travel, you have friends and family coming over, you have moves, you have unforeseen circumstances where your daily schedule changes. What we're going to do is we're going to take these fundamentals that you already know and see how you can adjust, adapt, and sometimes even damage control against these unforeseen circumstances in your life, while still really allowing you to reach your health and fitness goals.
That's right. So here's the breakdown of the video today. We're going to show you a full body workout. We're going to go from head to toe, covering arm exercises, leg exercises, and everything in between. Then we're going to talk about really important concepts such as nutrition, sleep, and motivation so that you can continue to reach your goals. So without further ado, let's get started.
Hey!
Alright guys, so here we are at the gym. So first we're going to focus on our chest. We're going to start with bench press using our dumbbells, followed by a couple of variations. We're going to do bench press with machine, and then we're also going to do a raised push-ups. From there, we're going to focus on our back and shoulder muscles, and we're going to head over and do bent over row. We're going to follow that by a couple of variations in which we do a one-armed cable, and we're also going to do pull-ups. So then we're going to focus on our arms, and we're going to do curls for the girls. Follow that by our shoulder press using the dumbbells.
We're then going to what most people love about the entire gym workout, legs. We're going to do that with goblet squats, both using kettlebells and dumbbells. And then we're going to go into what I like to call a one-legged raised lunges with weight. We're going to end it off with abs and a couple of variations. We're going to do leg raises with a couple of variations. We're going to do reach ups with a couple of variations. And then we're going to do what we like to call the windmills. Stay tuned.
For bench press, it's about being calm and collected. Breathing matters, tempo matters.
Ensure that your shoulder blades are pressed together to avoid any injury. I'm aiming for a long eccentric motion and an explosive contraction, a method I would recommend to anyone to target muscle hypertrophy and performance.
When you're without a bench or dumbbells, machine press works too.
For the raised push-up, ensure that your abs remain tight the entire movement and adjust the bench to your skill level.
Make sure your arms go back as far as they can. I like to have my back placed about 45 degrees.
A deeper bend can also be used for the row. This will focus on the lower end of the lats and the lower back as well.
Calm and collected here too. Control your body and core as you go up.
Avoid going to full extension of the back. Right before you're at your most extended, pull back up.
All the way back, all the way forward. Find your rhythm.
Avoid pulling by twisting your abs and focus on the mind-muscle connection with your back.
I love this one. Focus on getting that optimal peak at the top of the curl and feel yourself getting stronger. I like to alternate biceps.
Alternatively, you can do dumbbell curls with both arms simultaneously. This keeps consistent tension in the muscle and will give you a great pump.
With shoulder press, I personally like to focus on timing, making sure my arms go up and down at the same pace.
Adjust this movement to your own range of motion. The shoulder is a very delicate muscle group. Here I'm angled slightly upwards to add some focus to my upper chest.
If I don't have a squat rack on hand, I'll get a kettlebell and do goblet squats, making sure that my form stays the same as it would be otherwise.
If you don't have a kettlebell, you can just use a dumbbell instead. Ensure that your chest is up, your back is tight, and you are shooting your hips forward as you come up out of the squat.
Now here's a challenge. With lunges, go all the way down until you feel it in your hamstrings. I guarantee it's a harder exercise than it looks.
This is an exercise where you leave your ego at the door. Focus on balance first, then add weight. Leg raises are a great way to target the lower abs. For bent leg raises, aim to get your knees as close to your face as possible. You can then focus on bicycles to get that burn in your abs. Finally, try some straight leg raises to add mass and definition to those abs.
With ab exercises as my favorite, I could do them all day. And with reach ups, I like to do 3 different kinds, with feet all the way down, feet parallel to the ground, and feet all the way up. It really works the core. The windmill is a tough ab exercise, but if you have a strong core, then I would try it out. It's really fun.
When you start learning this movement, your hips won't reach as high as Alex's did. Work on the movement and you will achieve it. Alright guys, so we're going to be talking about nutrition, sleep, and motivation. Before I begin, I'd like to preface that my goal really is to lean down, to drop fat while still maintaining muscle. And Alex?
I'm in the bulking process, so my goal is really to eat as often as possible.
Great. Well, the first thing I do is I ensure that my most fun, healthy meal is at the end of the day. I take my favorite food, scrambled eggs, and I move it from breakfast to dinner. What this means is that, I have a finite amount of willpower and it deteriorates by the end of the day. So it just makes that process easier when you have the 2 options. Let's say your burger, your drinks, whatever that may be at the end of the night that you're going for with your friends or family, and then a relatively healthy meal that you actually are excited about eating and making. My second thing is to put a time limit in the evening after which you stop eating. So let's say that be 8 or 9 p.m. The beauty of this is that it is much simpler for your brain to make that decision at 9 p.m. After that, I'm not eating, versus have that internal battle with itself between what food should I eat, what am I not allowed to eat if I'm going out or if I'm in a place where I can't get the meals that I need.
Right, so in terms of healthy foods, we're very similar in the fact that you must prioritize eating right and eating healthy. But in the bulking phase, the main thing you want to consider is how often you're eating, because you want to make sure that the metabolism is staying active throughout the day. So aside from your 3 main meals, you want to get in those extra snack meals to get that done. Now, if you're in a situation where you're working long hours or you're traveling and you can't really fit in the snacks that you really want to fit in, then I think that it's important to have something at your desk, such as a can of peanuts or a light snack that'll really help to offset that extra snack that you need to keep your goals active.
So for sleep, my one piece of advice would be to have a consistent sleep schedule. So what I mean by that is to ensure that you are falling asleep at around the same time every night and that you're waking up at the same time every morning. What this does for you is your energy levels, your emotional regulation, and your overall health are heavily influenced not only by the quality of your sleep, but also the rhythm and the pattern by which you sleep at. Your brain will give you more quality sleep when you're falling asleep and waking up as it predicts. So my one key is ensure that you are sleeping well, but also at a consistent schedule.
Right. Now, the truth is that some of us have an easier time falling asleep than others. So one thing that you could all do is to unplug at least 30 minutes before you're ready to go to bed. What this does is it prepares the brain for that shutdown phase. So whether this might be reading a book before you go to bed or just simply not being on your phone right before, that'll really help. Last, but certainly not least, is motivation. How do you get yourself up off the couch and into the gym? Now for me, there are a couple things that I like to do. So the first is a physical picture. So if there's somebody who you like to emulate or really want to be like an idol, have a physical picture of them sitting around and look at that person and then go to the gym and say that you're gonna look like that today. Another thing that helps me is physical sense of words. So whether that be a motivational quote, a passage, or something where you can look at it and it'll inspire you to want to be better and go into the gym.
A trick I like to use is the 3-second rule. So whenever I want to do something healthy, like go for a workout or cook a good meal, within a few seconds my rational brain, my thinking brain comes in and tries to reason me out of it. Something along the lines of, you've not slept enough last night, the workout won't be great, or you don't have any healthy food at home, it's going to be expensive to go out and buy. Don't let this happen. In your head, count down from 3 to 0 and tell yourself that before I hit 0, I'm going to be doing the thing that I told myself I would do. It doesn't give the rational brain the time to get into your head and to reason you out of it.
One other thing to emphasize is team motivation. So if you like to work out with a group of people or a workout partner, hold yourselves accountable. If that person is going to the gym that day, you should be too.
That's it from us.